Hi, Scorpio. This is Aqua Moonlight. Thank you so much for stopping by. So, I am here to do your love reading. This is going to be for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So, we're going to go ahead and take a look here at what is going on for you, Scorpio, in love. What is the current energy? What's coming in for you? So, as always, just take what resonates with you. It could be if you're single, and it also could be if you're dealing with somebody specific. We're just going to go with it and we're going to go ahead and see what comes through. All right, so I did pull a few cards here before we started, and I'm getting a very strong message here. As I was shuffling and preparing for the reading, I kept being drawn to my owl, like my eyes kept going here to the owl, and then I heard foresight, and we have the high priestess here, we have the unseen, and we have the one with the village as well. So this is a really, really strong message right now for you, Scorpios, to pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to your intuition. A lot of you are very, very intuitive, and there's a very strong inner knowing about something. And interestingly enough, we do have intuition here too, and acceptance. So there's a really strong message here that Spirit wants to tell you to trust your intuition right now with this eye here, to really trust your psychic abilities at the moment. You're receiving something, you're receiving some intuitive knowing about something, or you're going to be. And so really pay attention to that is what I'm getting very strongly here. And this card, the unseen to me is talking about kind of similar to this card, the one too. This is about this feeling of really kind of dissolving into oneness. And this is reminding me of that feeling when you are really in a deep meditation and you don't feel attached to anything. You don't feel attached to your ego. You're not attached to trying to force something. And that's what I'm getting here, is that Spirit wants you to tune into the intangible, the unseen, the ethers here, and to really know, to really deeply feel what you know in your heart and in your intuition here is what I'm getting with this high priestess as well. Something is trying to download to you. It's trying to send you a message. It also could be something going on, around you that is going to be possibly revealed or that you need to kind of come to terms with here, but we'll see what comes up. And with this village card, this is about, it could be on the home front for you. This is talking about our home situation or our home life, where we come from, our roots. So this might be connected to something that you either, is connected to your home or connected to childhood even, or you are being asked to move out of a comfort zone, move out of something connected to home. But we'll see what comes up here. And the tower is showing in reverse too. So there's definitely a very deep transformation here that you're going through, primarily on a very psychic, intuitive level here. So let's see. So Spirit, what messages do we have for Scorpio in love? This is for the collective. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, within and around love. Anybody who needs to hear this message, what is currently going on in your love life? Anybody that you're connected to, just yourself, what messages need to come through? Ooh. Okay, this wants to fly out. We have integrity, so I'm going to take it. It says, does this situation align with your values and morals? Interesting that we have that village card come through here too. Some of you might be asked to really assess what your values are. What are your morals? What do you really want from a situation here? And again, that's only going to come from within. So let's see. Yeah, I'm hearing transcending something here. Oh, these cards. Okay, children also flew out. So let's see. So what is the overall theme for you right now, Scorpio? What is the overall theme for Scorpios in love? We have spiritual lesson, and I just heard monkey bars, which is interesting. So it's kind of like, I don't know what that means, monkey bars. I mean, it could be something to do with childhood since we have that village here too. But I also feel too, it's about kind of, moving through these lessons. So a lot of you, you do have a very spiritual lesson that you're going through. Clearly, with all of these very intuitive cards, spiritual cards here, you're going through this lesson at the moment. So you could have a person that is in your life here that is really teaching you this. They're really showing you something. They're really maybe pushing you even to your limits here in order to move through this process. We have here and now, and we have apology. So there could be an apology coming from somebody here. I feel like this might be a part of, what's going on. Let me get one more card here for Scorpio. What is the theme? And we have time apart. And we do have here decision. We have awakening. So this is definitely what I was picking up on, spiritual transformations. So a lot of you here, before we go more into this and see with the tarot, I do feel like you are going through a very spiritual transformation at the moment. You could be connected to somebody as well who is also going through this. There is going to be a need to make a decision here. And this might be because somebody is going to come towards you and try to apologize for something. This might be somebody that's already a part of your life, or this person is already kind of meant to be in your life here. Maybe you're currently with them. You could be in a relationship with them. You could be married to them. If not, this is somebody who is maybe, your true love is part of your life. I also feel too like some of you could be dealing with two different people, or you're dealing with somebody who has two different people. And that could be why we have your true love as part of your life, but we have decision. So there's definitely going to be a very transformative process here. And if you do share a spiritual connection here with somebody, or if you just have a very strong, intuitive knowing, this is something that is definitely shifting, awakening here. We have the Five of Cups, the Page of Wands too. So I feel like this is about using a lot of pain or loss here and transmuting that. So I feel like you may need to find some distance here from a connection here in order to really find clarity, because I feel like some of you might be, again, receiving this apology or receiving some form of news or communication here, and it's going to have to propel you forward to make a choice, to make a decision. And this is part of the process for you of awakening, and also potentially somebody you're connecting to as well. But I feel like Spirit's saying to take things very slowly, really go very slow when it comes to your decision making. Don't rush into something hastily, is what Spirit is saying here. Okay, these cards want to come out. The Emperor and the Four of Wands. Two number 4 cards. So we'll see if they want to come out again. So let's see, any other information for Scorpio right now in love? What is going on at the moment for you, Scorpio? What is the theme for you in love? What is the current energy? Yeah, I feel like a lot of you may have to make a choice here connected to, again, your values, something to do with home, something to do with maybe even, a topic about children or the future or long term here, or there is something about that, maybe differences you have with somebody here as well. I'm also picking up on. We have the Hanged Man in reverse. What's going on with Scorpio in love? We have the Seven of Swords, seek the truth. And the Empress in reverse. And here we have the Hierophant in reverse. Here's the High Priestess again. So there's a lot of major arcana cards here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana cards. I do feel like a lot of you are going to have to again, with this decision here and seek the truth and the way this veil is parting, I do feel like there's going to be a major choice to be made. And again, I'm getting with the Hierophant's energy as well. This has to do with a spiritual lesson, yes, but I also feel like it has to do with something involving values, something involving, your integrity here. So we'll get deeper into this and see, because I'm not sure exactly yet what this is, but I do feel like maybe there is something on a deeper level here to assess, to discern, and you might have a conversation with somebody about this, is what I'm getting. And so this is why there's a need to really face the truth with these two mirror images and these two people here as well. Some of you may have to like really decide on like disagreements here. So let's get a little bit more information and go into this here. Because with the Empress in reverse, this is, the Empress is divine feminine energy, and it's also a very nurturing, very abundant feminine energy here, but it's blocked. So it's sort of like, is something aligning to you? Is something going to help you to nurture your life and nurture your future? And that's what I feel you're going to have to make a decision about. And with this observe card in reverse, Spirit is saying here to, again, take that time. Take that time to really listen to your intuition and do not rush into something here. Because even though there's a spiritual awakening happening, I do think this is a heavy spiritual lesson. And you could have somebody here in your life that is very deeply connected to you spiritually. But something about it, I feel, is going to cause you or force you to have to find that inner voice, because it might be something that does not align with what you're looking for, or align here with your integrity here, or even vice versa. Somebody else could have to make this choice too. But it feels very deeply rooted, and that's why I'm kind of connecting it to family, to ancestry, to what we want here. Let's see. What's going on for Scorpio in love? Some of you might be wanting to take on a more unconventional approach to something, and that might be part of what you're having to decide here. So let's see. So what is the energy right now for Scorpio in love? Yes, exactly. Us against the world, finding solutions together and deep conversations. And we have here the rise of the feminine. So this is you here, the Empress. So yeah, I'm definitely getting that a lot of you are going to have a very deep, meaningful conversation with somebody here. I'm not sure if this is somebody you already have currently in your life, or if this is somebody who is coming back around to you with the apology card here. But this is going to require a lot of deep introspective, or I should say deep conversations here. Or you could meet somebody new, but you're really going to have maybe some differences of opinions, or there's going to be different, or I should say opposing factors outside of your relationship here. And you're really going to have to decide, you're really going to have to take that time to figure out if this is in alignment with you and if it's in alignment with them. So this definitely could be two people meeting, or two people coming together that are from different backgrounds, or there's other situations here with the Hierophant. This could even be breaking tradition, doing things unconventionally here. But I also feel like what Spirit is saying too with this is to listen to the deeper meaning at hand, to really take the lesson and learn from it here at the very least. So there could have been a recent awakening here that you have gone through, that perhaps somebody connected to you has gone through. And this is why I feel these two people are coming together to talk things through, to maybe even have some very spiritual conversations, or very eye-opening conversations here about this situation. But I feel like this is, again, with the Empress in reverse and the rise of the feminine and the Seven of Swords here, seek the truth. I do feel like you, for a lot of you, especially if you're the feminine watching, it's like you do have a major choice to make, because I feel like something might not feel right to you, or you might find that you have really evolved, you've really transcended, you've really grown. And perhaps, this could even be something that you've been in for a long time. For some of you, this is a marriage maybe that you've been in, or this is a long-term commitment. And you're having to decide here if this is still what you want, or are you ready to go outside of your village? Are you ready to burst out of your cocoon here, what you've always known? Somebody else could also be going through that. They could be in some form of maybe traditional relationship or institution, or something that has been a belief system, but I feel like it's been a little bit restrictive or restraining here of the truth. And that's what I feel this conversation could be about. I feel like somebody here could have recently gone through like a breaking free from the matrix here, or just really wanting to grow spiritually. So, okay. And the fact that we have this card here again, your true love is already a part of your life. That's why I kind of feel like somebody here might have something already in their life, or this is saying that this person here that you're going to come together with, if it feels right to you and it feels like it's in alignment with your heart, this could be your true love that's already a part of your life, but there's something that's standing in the way. There's a difference here, or there's a need to just maybe come together with this spiritual connection and grow from it and learn from it here. But there's definitely a major shift happening. But that's why I do feel too, with time apart and integrity, this is going to be a slow process to ensure that you are seeking the correct truth, that you're not deceiving yourself. It could be somebody you've known from the far past with the village here as well. So let's see what else for Scorpio. Yeah, the Chariot in reverse flew out. So this is really about, having that perfect balance, or just really, with the dark and the white horse here too. This is about willpower. It's really about our mind. It's really about, kind of like almost good versus bad here. We have to really use our direction wisely. So if something is not aligning, and the Lovers comes before this, which is talking about integrity, our values, what we want in love, what we want in a situation. I feel like there's a lot of challenges here stacked up in your love life, especially if this is about a current connection or somebody who is going to come back to you here. You have a lot of challenging factors. And you might just decide that you are ready to grow, you're ready to expand, you're ready for something new. So let's see. For some of you, this could be happening on a spiritual level only. I mean, I think for a lot of you, there probably will be. We'll see what else comes up, but there will be maybe some conversation or communication. But for some of you, this is almost like solely your own process, if that makes sense. Like you're going through this on your own time. You're going through this in your own way, even if you're not directly communicating to somebody. And this is part of what is helping you to grow, because Scorpio energy is very much about having to really go deep into things in order to grow. And that's kind of where I feel you're going through right now. You're going through a major transformation. So let's see. So what else is going on for Scorpio right now, Spirit, in love? Yeah, I'm seeing the Justice reverse. See, there definitely is something here that is not quite right. What is the current energy for Scorpio in love? I keep seeing this Knight of Wands. Current energy for Scorpio in love. The Ten of Cups. The Hermit in reverse. And let's just get a few for the outcome. What's coming in next? Where are things heading for Scorpio? The Temperance in reverse. What's the outcome here? The Emperor in reverse. And the Knight of Swords. Yeah, so this is definitely a spiritual lesson here again I'm getting. But I do feel like with the Knight of Wands, this is probably somebody here who definitely, you're either going to be meeting this person, just take it how it fits with you. If this is new, if this is old, I feel for most of you, this is probably somebody you do know, but just take it how it fits with you. I feel like with the Knight of Wands, this is about rushing in. The Knight of Wands is very off and on, somebody very in and out of your life here, somebody very maybe passionate. This could be a very intense connection physically for some of you here. But I do feel like with the Temperance in reverse and the Emperor in reverse here for the outcome, this is something that is not quite aligned just yet. I feel like this definitely with all these spiritual cards, this kind of came through for Virgo a bit as well. This could be a very spiritual lesson and a spiritual connection that it's meant to really, it's like I'm kind of getting that you are going to see how much you've changed and how much you've grown. Even if you do, want to work things out with this person, and even if you will end up, everything is, we don't really know where things are heading in the future. But with the counterpart Emperor and the Empress here, I feel like this is somebody who probably comes back into your life or in and out of your life, especially if you've known them from the past here. But I feel like this is going to be the time for reflection for you to look at yourself and assess your own sense of self-worth. And this is why I feel for a lot of you, you are going to realize that, yeah, this just flew out, reinvention. You are going to realize that you are ready to reinvent yourself. You're ready to really see your true value, your true worth. So it's almost like, and I kind of said this for Virgo, I think as well. A lot of signs have been similar, but this is meant to show you, it's meant to show you like a pit stop on your journey to check in with you and to allow you to see how you've grown. And it is going to be a choice for you to make if this is in alignment with your integrity. Is this reflecting your vibration? Because it's like if somebody's on this vibration and you're on this vibration, then even if you have a kindred partnership, it's not going to align. And so with this Hermit reverse and the Knight of Swords, this is a need to really, really think before you act. And same goes for this other person, but I feel like they probably will be rushing in though for a lot of you. And they might have something to say with the apology, the Ten of Cups. It might be a genuine thing. I just feel like there's a need to recollaborate or to rejoin the energies on that level. And I feel for a lot of you, you may not be willing to give your energy to this year. Or you're going to take that time, or you're asked to take that time to really go within, take the time apart, take time to make a decision, because you maybe in the past you may have acted impulsively, or you may have taken somebody back or believed them. But with the Ten of Cups, to be honest with you, the Ten of Cups is a beautiful card of fulfillment, but it almost feels like it's not here, or it's a wish in the future. Like it's not really reality at the moment, even though it could potentially be in the future. It's like it's too good to be true at the moment. I also feel like somebody here could be rushing in because they are kind of putting this on a pedestal. They're putting this as like a trophy here. Okay, and this card just flew on the ground, settling. I also feel too like somebody here could be feeling like, because I feel like with this awakening, and this has been reflected in the collective too, not just for you, Scorpio, but I feel like there's been a lot of realizations about our past, realizations about how we are kind of shedding that old skin and evolving to the next phase. And that could go for the person that you're connected to. They could be really wanting to change, really wanting to transform, to reinvent here. And that's why I feel it's not necessarily coming from a bad place. It's just that they are maybe looking at this as like they want this now, or they are realizing something too little too late here, but their energy is not matching yours at the moment, maybe in the future here. But I feel like right now it's meant to kind of it's meant to be a stop on your journey to a checkpoint, you know, a checkpoint to see who you are. We have divine feminine and we have yes. Let's confirm this outcome here, but that's what I'm getting. Because the Emperor in reverse is not a balanced masculine. And with this Knight of Swords here too, this is somebody who's like flying with the colors here, and they're not thinking before they act. They also could be a little bit harsh with their words, or they're just kind of coming from a place of ego. And this is going to be the eye-opening experience for you to see maybe that this lesson is not ready to move to the next level, or this relationship. And as I said too, this person maybe could have something else going on, or they could be kind of in some form of maybe relationship or belief system that is really not aligning with their soul anymore, but they might not be ready to change that. So let's see here. What is the outcome for Scorpio in love? What do we need to know here, Spirit, about the outcome for Scorpios in love here? We have obsession. Yeah. What's the outcome here? We have abundance. And we have twin flame. Yeah, I was definitely feeling that. And we have different pages. And it's so funny because I don't, like I said for Virgo's reading, I don't really focus on twin flames much anymore, but they're coming through very strongly right now. So I would just label it as a connection that is very intense for you. I just like to label it like that. But with the obsession card here and the Knight of Wands, yeah, this feels like an unbalanced obsession here. Because I feel like this is somebody who is maybe not able to let something go that they feel is theirs. This could be a very jealous person as well. But the thing is I feel like they're not balanced. And I feel like this is somebody who maybe is unable to like let this go, but it's an obsession. I mean, I don't get like it's a stalker obsession, but I mean it's like an obsession that something, like, how should I say, like trying to reach that level, like trying to reach that level as you, but not able to, and then feeling obsessed by the fact that they're not able to. It also could be too, this person may have just a very one-sided mind or one-track mind here, where they're not able to allow this abundance in. They're not able to open their eyes. So this is why this is you here. This abundance is, it's like this is, in a way, it is going to block your abundance if you accept this. And I feel like this is why you need to really seek the truth. And I'm getting with this one card here too. This is that feeling, as I said earlier, when you're really at peace, you're really in maybe a deep meditation and you feel the answer. This is this oneness energy that you can only find in your intuition. You can only find this when you're silent in your mind. So although it could be tempting to act impulsively, I feel like for right now, for the next few weeks or so, or whenever this may happen for some of you, it's meant to just be what it is in the moment and not thinking so far into the future, if that makes sense. So things can always shift, things can change, but it's more of a test and it's more of a lesson for you to operate from the level that you have, that you're currently at, and not where you were before, if that makes sense. But ultimately, I do feel, unfortunately, for the moment, it's going to reflect to you that you're not on the same page, primarily because the energy is off here. The clashing happens, you're on different wavelengths, even if you have a deep conversation. Yeah, I feel like this is somebody who feels like you're forbidden to them here. And that's what the obsession card, and that could be you too. I mean, this could be a connection that's very intense, especially if it's a very physical or sexual connection even. But that's why I feel that it ends up repelling again and repulsing again. Or not repulsing, but repelling. And this is not just weighted on the other person. Could definitely be you too, Scorpio. Maybe you are trying too hard or you're pushing too much. Because the Empress, I'm also getting too that this is the need to come from more of a heart-centered place. Even if this is not working out, or even if you come into differences along the way, it's sort of like in the past, maybe if it resonates with you, or maybe you just have operated from a different vibration before, in terms of how compassionate you are or how understanding you are. And that's what I feel the test is too, to kind of get on this level of peace and understanding, and maybe even compromise. But it's going to take like two. So let's get one more card for the outcome, and then we'll get some messages from Spirit about it. So what is the outcome for Scorpio in love here? Where are things heading for Scorpios in love? Look at that, softening your heart. Exactly. So it says here, showing vulnerability, exposing the bare soul. That's what I feel. This is about stripping naked, not not actually, unless that's what you want to do, but this is about really being very vulnerable. And that's what I'm seeing. So it's like it's really going to take two people to do that. So that's an additional message for the Empress to be in reverse. If you approach it the same way, you're going to get the same results. And it doesn't mean you have to accept somebody not being on that level as you, but it's coming from a place of acceptance, because that's going to help you to forgive, and that's going to help you to let it go. So that's what I feel. A very honest, maybe open, deep conversation here. Even if this person can't meet you on that same level, let me grab that. It's still going to be an experience to grow. Yes, this is what flew on the ground. Self-criticism, unworthy thoughts, a distorted mirror. And again, I think this is both people. Maybe more so one person, I'm not sure who, but somebody here or both people feel that they're coming from a place of distorted sense of self-worth. And that's what's causing this repelling of energies. It's also going to trigger that, and that's the test too, is to not let that trigger you again, not let somebody else's actions trigger you. It's the outcome for Scorpio. Yes, look at this. We have losing myself in you, and we have letting love enter. This is a very like mirroring type of thing here. So you're probably dealing with somebody that is going to show you how to really love, and vice versa. but it is going to be important not to lose yourself in the process, because the outcome is not necessarily set in stone here, I feel. So let's see. And this could be a very euphoric feeling for a lot of you too. Like when you do meet or when you do come together, it's like it is the one, it is that feeling right there. But that's what makes it so hard to keep that feeling, because it's triggering and it's very intense. Take action. So any final messages from Spirit for Scorpio on this information? Because I think somebody here is going to still have a very hard time opening up to it. So what's the outcome for Scorpios in love? Look at that, unlikely. And that's exactly what I feel this is. This is about this being unlikely at the moment to move past a temporary kind of stop in time to learn and to experience. And so it's really about just surrendering to what it is and how it feels in the moment, but not attaching an outcome to it. So what's the outcome for Scorpio? And that's going to be up to you how you want to handle that, of course. If you want to just walk away entirely, then, you know, we have ask for what you want. It says here, let the universe and other people know what you need. And that's also about vulnerability. And this goes for both, you know, having to really communicate how you feel and what you want, even if that means kind of laying it all out in the line. At least you said it, and at least you are able to move forward then. And if the answer is going to be unlikely, at least you did it. Scorpio. And we have abundance. We have the word abundance twice. So there is going to be abundance for you. And I mean, there is going to be abundance here. Scorpio. But I think it's more for you, you know, for the meantime. We have if you believe. Yeah, this is all about your belief system. This is all about what you believe to be true, because there's something about that with the unseen and the one here too, the spiritual, the intuition. You have to also believe it, because I feel there's a tendency here to self-sabotage here. And that throws it off balance. That throws things off balance here. And we have memories. Yes, so this definitely could be somebody who you have a lot of memories with. And see, look at the bottom here. We have admit your true feelings to yourself, and we have changing your mind. And that's why I feel it's going to be dependent on your own situation. But some of you might be changing your mind about this situation or this person, because perhaps you're going to realize something here. So final messages here for Scorpio. Final messages for Scorpio. What do we have here? Yes, maybe, but something is still missing. That pretty much summarizes this. It's like it's not a no, it's not a yes, it's unlikely, it's maybe, because something is still missing. The puzzle piece is still missing here. And that's just a journey, an ongoing journey, I feel. Slow down and reflect. Someone cannot be trusted. The same card came through for Virgo. So if you are dealing with a Virgo, this is a little bit similar in a way. Anything else for Scorpio? What you're seeking is seeking you. And we have release your fears and go for it. Yeah, so this is about joining together. What you're seeking is seeking you, and I do feel like with this, someone cannot be trusted. I don't necessarily feel it's from a deceptive way. This is just saying that somebody here again is maybe on a different level than you, and because of that, you're going to be seeing that true color, and you are like you're aligning to it for a reason, to teach you this, to really allow you to learn something on this process. But you're going to have to be very honest with yourself, very honest about how you truly feel, what you truly want, and to not overextend yourself or underextend yourself. So just trust the process, allow things to unfold, and go from there, is what I'm seeing. But I do feel that acting hastily is the worst thing to do here, for both parties, really, because with this Knight of Swords and the different pages here, this could even be a little bit of a heated conversation here, or just being on different wavelengths, being on different colors here, and that's going to be the eye-opening experience to, and then, move from that point on, see what to do from that point. So I hope this could help you, Scorpio. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll talk to you next time. Much love.